Welcome back to FyneEdgeEDC. I'm your host, Garrett Fyne. Today we're checking out a couple more Vosteeds because the past couple of releases of the Raccoon and the Corgi have completely blown me away. Vosteed has shown me that for the price, they're one of the best brands on the market. Although they are made overseas, the build quality is top notch. And you'll see once these are unboxed, these two are no exception. First up is the Vosteed Talaris. This is a very attractive budget knife coming in at $72. The Talaris comes in with a 3-inch satin sheep's foot blade. It's constructed with 14C 28N blade steel, which has been a very popular option in the budget category. If you prefer a thumb disc, this is a pretty decent rendition. Although I did expect a little bit snappier from Vosteed, it's still very usable. When it comes to the crossbar lock, this one is top notch. The studs are very comfortable and the action is stiff yet smooth. Underneath this really nice blue micarta, it comes with full skeletonized liners down the length of the handle. This makes it come in at 3.42 ounces. With a full ambidextrous pocket clip, locking mechanism, and thumb deployment, it's a great option for any lefties out there. Closing thoughts on the Talaris. I really do think it has great build quality for the price point, but I don't think it's going to convince you to like a thumb disc if you didn't already. So if it's a design feature that you prefer, I would pick it up. If not, I would go with one of the models like the Raccoon that features a more snappy thumb stud. Next up is the Vosteed Ankylo. I picked this one up from Blade Runner Outpost over on Whatnot. If you're interested in one for yourself, go check them out. The Ankylo is a very unique premium model with a new locking mechanism. It comes in at a premium $170. With the price bump, you get a really nice aluminum handle construction and LMAX steel. If you're unfamiliar with LMAX, it's similar to a M390, but a little bit easier to sharpen and more user-friendly. The Ankylo comes in with a 3.2-inch blade and a reverse tanto design. Personally, I think the blade design is done very well. It has a little bit of belly and also a great low point for good utility cuts. This model comes in with a black stonewash. I believe there's also satin available, if that's more interesting to you. The aluminum handles are very solid, and this milling frag texture is very grippy and a beautiful touch. As you could expect from a knife at the price point with aluminum handles, this is absolutely rock solid. There is no flex in the handle, no play in the blade. This thing is heavy duty. With the more heavy duty build quality, it comes in at a little bit heavier 4.76 ounces, but it's still very manageable for a pocket carry. Another thing that makes this unique is the Vanchor lock. This is somewhat new from Vosteed and only comes in on a couple of models. It's similar to a button lock or a plunge lock, but it's inside the pivot. It's very smooth and user-friendly. It has an extremely solid lockup. The last thing that makes this blade so unique is the 5 separate deployment methods. Back flipper, front flipper, using that Vanchor lock itself, a reverse flick, and a thumb roll. So no matter how you prefer to deploy your blade, left or right-handed, this thing has it covered. When it comes to the Vosteed Ankylo, this has to be one of my favorite models from Vosteed I've ever unboxed. The extremely solid build quality, premium materials, and $170 price point make it an extremely good option for a lot of people. If you're interested in either of the blades you saw today, feel free to check the links in the description down below. These Vosteed models up top are also great options, and I'll link those as well. Thanks again to Blade Runner Outpost for shipping these out, and thanks to all of you for watching FyneEdgeEDC. We'll see you next time.